What up, Facebook people? Bringing you the blue light special. Had a long day of training, just coming back home, just chilling out. Had a really long day today. One of those exhausting days where you never really know what's around the corner, but yet that's what life is. Um, Big Joe, everybody at Ink Masters again. I was just being a goofball as usual. Didn't mean to offend nobody, but I apologize to you on the phone. I apologize to you, man, online. Uh, you know, it was all done in fun, man. So I didn't really mean anything by it, but just to have a good time. But everybody thought it was funny. I mean, that's it. We all do things, man, that we find funny. You know, whether it's tasering somebody or pepper spraying somebody, and it turns out to be funny for the person that was for. And Joe, like we said on the phone, man, no disrespect. So I apologize, man. But nevertheless, man, this blog video ain't about that. This blog video is about blue light special tattoo shows. I have a little couple statistics I want to ask you guys and let you kind of think about. So give this video a minute while you watch it to think about the things that I'm telling you, okay? You go to a convention. You're spending $500 on a booth. Alright? That doesn't include your room, your airfare, your ticket, any of that. That's just your booth. Okay? So let's say you walk into a convention, alright, that's put on by I'm not going to start calling out any names of these tattoo shows, but these subpar tattoo shows that don't promote other than to put up little picket fences around the area 2 days prior, alright? And that was their promotion, those little signs that cost them $60 total, and everybody's sitting on their ass not tattooing. So now you got $500 booth rent, you got your $300 to $400 plane ticket, you got your, $300 for the weekend to stay at a nice hotel, which hopefully you don't get scabies from. And my question for you really is, and then on top of it, you're doing good at the show and you win some trophies, right? You win first place for best color, maybe even a tattoo of the day, right? None of the magazines are covering you. You guys don't realize this. Open the magazines. They are not covering you. They're not covering your success. That was the part of magazines in the past. The part of magazines in the past when I first started tattooing was like, wow, do these guys really like concentrate on people's success? And it reminded me of like back in my wrestling days, man. If I kicked someone's ass, I was put on that podium and said, hey, he's the first place guy in this area, in this genre. So the reason I'm bringing this out to you is all you tattooers out there that are working hard, making a living for your family, and believe in the hype of that is being put out by a lot of promoters is got to stop. And if you don't want to stop it for yourself, then just keep being a victim. All right? Keep being the victim of the big shows. All right? But my point to you is there's a way around this. There's a way around not being a victim to these big shows or these subpar shows. Because, I mean, you got Hell City, you got Detroit, you got Philadelphia, you got the Queen Mary. And those shows right there, I mean, even Gabe's show, The Gathering, is a great show to go and learn at. Those shows right there, and I know there's more that I'm forgetting about. Richmond's a good show. It's sad that we lost Billy, but still, it was put on really well this year. It had a good turnout. And my question to you guys is what's next? Why are we doing all these other shows? And I just got involved in another show that like I really enjoy, which is George Galinda, who is a tattooer, House of Pain Tattoos, and his partner Reagan are throwing the Ink Life Tour. Now, I was real hesitant about doing this show because it's just I had gotten involved in another company, and I really didn't know. I really didn't feel comfortable with the company because I really didn't know what it was about. I went to the show. It was the same old type of shit show that happens. Nobody shows up. Everybody sits around and gets tattooed. All right, tattooers tattooing each other instead of having a show. So here's my quick synopsis on this is how do we stop this beast from imploding on top of tattooers so we drown in our own shit? Is is stop participating in them. Stop going to these shows. Yes, they're in your hometown, but don't go. Tattoo out of your shop. Say, hey, listen, if you bought a ticket, come to my shop, gives you 25% off of a tattoo. I mean, there's marketing ways to get beyond this nonsense that we're being pulled into. All right? The Ink Life Tour is an amazing tour. I've done one show on it so far. I'm doing another show on it in Longview, and I'm really looking forward to it. El Paso, they did 21,000 people for the weekend. And I may be wrong on that number. That may have been one day. I'm not really sure because they had some pretty killer bands out there. But the thing is every tattooer was busy. Every tattooer, I mean, I haven't heard one complaint from it. So my attack to you is I'm starting a web page on Facebook. I think it's called man, I don't remember it right now. I took my Ambien. I'm supposed to be asleep. But I'm starting a web page. It's going to be a good page for everybody to start knowing what shows to do and what shows not to do. It's going to be a basic forum for you to rate your shows that you've done as tattooers and rate your shows as collectors and say, hey, I really didn't like this show. It was a collective of douchebags. Why was I treated like shit? I just wanted stars on my side. We want to know every part and every aspect of this show. And that includes the collectors, that includes the people doing the tattoos. Not everyone's going to make $3,000 in a weekend, but damn it, you should be doing some tattoos when you go to a show. At least try to pay off your expenses and have a good time with your friends. And that's another thing, and I'll end on that. These shows, out of Sean Anderson's mouth when I first started tattooing, he says these shows aren't about awards. These shows aren't about partying and getting fucked up. These shows are about brothers and sisters you haven't seen in a long time getting together and loving on each other. It doesn't matter if you do traditional tattoos, neo-traditional, new school, you're a portrait artist. Put all that fucking shit aside and realize that you guys are tattooers. And love on each other. And enough with the beefs and the this, that, and the other thing. Drop it all. If you have a beef with me, my number of cell phone is 210-315-3991. Give me a call. We'll settle the beef. We'll drop it. We'll move on and be happy in this industry. All right? Enough of it. Let's enjoy it. Joe, thank you for the conversation tonight. It was a pleasure finally talking to you. Tramp, good talking to you as always. And man, thank you for being a great father to me, Tramp. You've always been there. And if you don't know Tramp, it's Terry Welker of Eternal Tattoos. I just want to thank you for always being there for me and being that mentor that I've always needed inside life. So to everybody else, Memphis, all you guys, I love you guys. Randy Prowse, Hector, you guys are all holding it down. I love you guys. Thank you for always having my back. And I look forward to Longview. You have some more videos. I'm going to do some foolish things this week to get you guys going, okay? So let's get excited for Longview. It is in 2 weeks. I'll post some dates on the thing, Ink Life Tour. Check it out. It's going to be in Longview. It's going to be a blast at Candlebox and all that. So have a good night. I'm going to go to bed. That's your blue light special of the evening. Have a good one.